Welcome to episode 50 of Summon Your Superhuman. I am beyond words with being able to reach this point, and in 3 weeks from now, it will be 2 years since the birth or the release of this podcast to the world. And I couldn't be more thrilled to have reached you and to reach all of the people from literally all around the world who have found this podcast because we've touched upon a topic that is of interest, is of something of need. And it took a long time to get here, to get started, to continue to grow, to keep releasing it and bringing this to you. I know I don't show up every week like I really hope I could, and I want to, but I continue to show up. And even with this episode, I wanted it to be out 2 weeks ago. It's here now, but I show up nonetheless, and I will continue to do so because my primary intent for even doing this in the first place was to provide more content, more information from my perspective and from the perspective of my guests, to somehow reach, or for you to hear something a certain way that really hits you the way that you need it to, and to provide a library of information where you can just go in and, tune into whatever your heart desires, or just tune in every time I release an episode to see what the flavor is, see what we're talking about, and see what you can pick up along the way. And that's really the whole point. I've met some amazing people and have had some guests who've really shared such heart-led, beautiful words of their wisdom from their lives that I know have been able to touch people who have listened to this. And I want to continue doing that. This podcast hasn't come without its challenges. Like I said, the intent was to do this every week. It just doesn't always happen that way. Life happens, and superhumans get knocked down and rise back up. And that's the main thing. I want to continue to rise and continue to be here. Some guests just don't show up for their interviews. And so if I make the time to, record an interview with someone and they don't show up, and then it's trying to reschedule and things like that, like I don't get monetarily paid to be here to do this work, but I choose to because I want to provide value. Initially, I thought mostly my clients would be the ones who would tune in to just learn more, grow more, and whoever else hasn't had an opportunity to work with me or can't for whatever reason can tune in and get bite-sized golden nuggets that will serve them and help add value to their lives. That pays me more than any sponsorship deals or anything like that. So if I ever speak about anything on this podcast, it's because I truly believe in it, and it's because I use it myself. I never recommend anything that I've not used myself, and I always will. I'm a woman of integrity, as how my father has raised me to be, and I will continue to be. So thank you so much for being a listener to all of the episodes thus far. This episode, I hope, will bring some memories, but also perhaps bring some new ideas, bring some new possibilities to your life. And please leave feedback for me, connect with me. I'd love to know who you are and how this episode or other episodes have helped you. Honestly, it only helps me show up even better in the next one. So welcome, and here is episode 50.